The next thing that we are going to talk about is the speed and the velocity. The speed and the velocity. So there is a difference between the speed and the velocity. So when it comes to speed, speed equals distance divided by time, right? Speed equals distance divided by time. We don't have a specific direction for this distance, right? We don't have a specific direction for this distance. But when it comes to the velocity, it is displacement divided by time. If you don't understand, please put me a message, okay? So speed is equals to the distance divided by time, and velocity is equal to the displacement divided by time. So what is this? Speed means rate of change of distance. Speed means rate of change of distance. If we are dividing anything from the time, that is known as rate of change of, right? Rate of change of this, rate of change of that, right? So you are dividing distance from time, so this is known as speed. This rate of change of distance is called as the speed, right? So when it comes to displacement divided by time, that is known as the velocity. So velocity means the rate of change of displacement. The rate of change of displacement, that is the velocity. Alright? So you know the displacement and the distance both are measured in meters. So we are going to take the units for the speed and the velocity. So distance is measured from meters and time is measured from seconds. So the standard SI unit is going to be ms minus 1 for the speed, right? And displacement divided by time is going to be m divided by s again, because for the standard unit for the displacement is meters and the standard unit for the time is seconds. So again this is going to be ms minus 1, right? So for both this speed and the velocity, the units are going to be ms minus 1. So speed equals distance divided by time and the unit is ms minus 1, and the velocity equals displacement divided by time and again the unit is ms minus 1. Understood? So what is the difference between the velocity and the speed? As I said to you earlier, this has a specific direction, velocity has a specific direction, speed does not have a specific direction. Why? It's because distance is not a vector. Distance is not a vector. We are dividing scalar with a scalar. What we getting here is a scalar, which means we don't have a specific direction. In the speed, direction could be changed, right? And when it comes to the displacement, this has a specific direction because that is a vector, right? This is a vector. So this has a specific direction, the displacement. Since displacement has a specific direction, this velocity also has a specific direction. That is the next thing you should know. Now I think you have an idea about what is the speed and what is the velocity. At the first place, you study about the distance and the displacement. From the distance, you get the speed. Distance divided by time is the speed. And displacement means the shortest distance between two places. So velocity is equals to the displacement divided by time. As an example, you are going from Colombo to Kandy. Let's assume it's 100 kilometers. Colombo to Kandy, 100 kilometers. And you take 2 hours right? So your speed is going to be 50 kilometers per hour because you divided distance from time. So that is the speed, right? So let's assume this is 100 kilometers you went. But let's think actually from Colombo to Kandy it's just only 50 kilometers or something from the sky, obviously more than that. So the displacement is going to be the velocity is going to be the displacement divided by time, right? As an example, the velocity in here is going to be, because no matter you are going from Colombo to Kandy, you are going from 100 kilometers, but still your displacement is 50 kilometers. You started from here, you finished from here, right? You started from here, you finished from here, right? If we draw a direct line between these two cities, we get the displacement, right? So the displacement divided by time. Now you know what is velocity. Velocity is rate of change of displacement. Speed is rate of change of distance. These are the explanations that you have in your book.